Welcome. I'm Sid Meadows. I'm the founder and principal of Embark CCT. We're a coaching, consulting, and training company, and we work with small to mid-sized businesses and individuals and helping them craft their journey toward success. Hey, we're really glad you're here with us today, and we're excited to share with you Contract Interiors, an Introduction, the video course. But before we get started on that, I wanted to take a minute and tell you a little bit more about Embark and who we are and what we do. As I said a minute ago, we're a coaching, consulting, and training company, and we work with small to mid-sized businesses and individuals and helping them craft their journey towards success. But really what's unique about us is that we focus in the contract interior space. My team and I have collectively over 50 years experience in this amazing industry, which is one of the reasons why we're so excited to share this program with you today. So we're coaches, and what that means is we work with you individually or as a group in really helping you become the best that you can be and become the high performer that you want to be. From a consulting perspective, we work with small and mid-sized manufacturers, design firms, independent rep organizations, and dealerships, and really helping them along their path to success and helping them to find and attain the success that they want and that they need. And then from a training perspective, well, you're experiencing it firsthand. We are trainers. We do all types of training, whether it's this type of training, industry-related training, or sales training, or helping other companies create and develop their training programs. We've been in business now for a little over a year and a half, and we're super excited about the growth that we're experiencing and the ability to share our message with you. So let's continue thinking about what our mission is and who we are. Well, we're more than just a typical consulting company or organization that brings to you a book of recommendations. What is really unique about us is that we walk the path with our customers to help them attain the success that they need. We don't just give them recommendations and say, hey, it was nice to see you. Here's what we think you should do. Call us later. We stay the path with our customers and help them accomplish the goals that they want and that they need. So now let's take a moment and let me tell you about me. I'm Sid Meadows, and it's really nice to meet you. And I'm super glad that you took the time to be here with us in this training course. As I mentioned a minute ago, our team has collectively over 50 years experience in the office furniture industry, and I've been in the business myself for 25 years. I've had an amazing career in this space, starting at an office furniture dealership a long time ago, and then making my way to a manufacturer and then growing within one of the top 4 manufacturers in the world, all the way up to a director in the global accounts organization, and then to another small manufacturer where I rose to be a senior vice president of sales. And I got to tell you, my journey has been absolutely amazing, and I have learned so much, and more importantly, I've met some really amazing people. I've had some amazing coaches and mentors, and I've learned a lot about this industry, and that's why we're here. We're here to be able to give back to you, our clients, to help you understand what this industry is and to help you be successful in the contract interior space. So thanks again for joining us. Now, let's talk about Contract Interiors and Introduction, the course that you just purchased. So why did we develop this course? Well, one of the reasons that we developed this course has to do with the fact that as an industry, we're aging. If you look around our industry as a whole, our industry is getting older and older in all aspects of it. And though we do a great job as an industry designing, developing, and furnishing spaces for the newer generations and for younger people, the reality is we do a really bad job at recruiting them into our space. One of the reasons that is because our industry is so complex. And the other reason is there's no training. Literally, Embark is the only training company out there training specifically on contract interiors. And so that's why we created this. We created this program to help attract and recruit and retain new and young people into this amazing space. And the best way that we can do that is by providing training to you that gives you a really good overview of what this industry is. So what makes us qualified? Well, I mentioned a few minutes ago, our team's got collectively over 50 years experience in this. The reality is we are industry experts. We come from all aspects of the industry, whether it's sales, design, marketing, sales leadership. we've got a collective group of people with an amazing industry knowledge that help put together this program to help you along the journey. So the short answer is we're industry experts. Now, why this training? Well, this training because it doesn't exist anywhere else. I would challenge you right now to go to Google and Google the history of office furniture or what is office furniture. And what you're going to get is the first 5 pages on Google with somebody trying to sell you something. You're going to struggle to find out anything about this industry and who we are and what we do. So that's why we created this training. Now, how's this training going to help you? Well, really, this training is going to help you gain a thorough understanding of our industry. So this is the first part of a series of trainings that we will be doing, and this one is designed to give you a really good glimpse into what this industry is and how it operates and who's around it. So with that, let's review the course outline for this video course. In this video course, we're going to talk about the people, the product, and the process. We're going to look at who's involved in our industry. We're going to look at the products that we sell. And most importantly, we're going to look at exactly how we sell them and exactly how we get from an empty shell of a building to a completed furnished space. What is contract interiors? So have you ever asked yourself, if you walk into a building and you look around a beautiful building and think, where did this furniture come from? Who designed this space? Where did that amazing light fixture come from? Or where did the flooring come from in this really cool pattern? So where it came from was the contract interior space, and it came from the collective group of people that are involved in that. So contract interiors, by definition, is actually the furnishing, the design, building, and furnishing of public spaces. Now, with that, it can be a corporate facility, it could be offices, it could be healthcare, it could be educational, some retail, and some hospitality. But basically, our industry is responsible for building, planning, and furnishing some pretty amazing spaces in our industry. And all you have to do is look around. You go everywhere and you see some aspect of us and the people in our industry of what we do every day of the week. Now, according to BIFMA, and BIFMA is the Business and Institutional Furniture Manufacturers Association. According to BIFMA, in this year, we will be a $16 billion industry, and we have been steadily and rapidly growing over the last 5 years. If you're interested in learning more about the growth of our industry or learning more about the things that BIFMA does, you can visit their website at www.bifma.org. They are at BIFMA, just for informational purposes, is a voluntary regulatory agency in our industry. So they set the standards for quality and performance, environment, and things of that nature. They're a great organization that you should get to know. So that's what Contract Interiors is. So what about Contract Interiors over time? So if you think back to maybe, depending on how old you might be, to your father or your grandfather or maybe your great-grandfather, and maybe they had this nice wooden roll-top desk, right? That's really the beginning of the office furniture industry or contract interiors. We can date it back all the way to the 1800s as a true organization. And we have really, as an industry, evolved over time. And some of the biggest things that impact our industry include what's happening in the world socially from an aspect. Think about social for just a moment and how you use things and what you do and how you communicate with each other, right? And then financial and technology. Oh my goodness, technology has a major impact on how we design and furnish spaces. Honestly, every time technology changes, so does the way that we do things. The one thing that we're certain of is that our industry will continue to respond and to evolve to the ever-changing social, financial, and technology changes that impact our world today. So, thanks for being here for the first part of our video course. Now be sure to continue your learning and to the next video where we talk about the amazing people that work in this space.